Howdy.
Howdy.
You'll get used to that with the Aggies. They always say howdy. That's something to grab your attention, so you need to say howdy back. Anyway, Angela asked me to say a little bit about this park and how it got started. Well, going back, I've got 3 Aggies in my family that are class of 15. My youngest daughter, my nephew, and my grandfather. And my grandfather talked about coming to the A&M Club and meeting somewhere downtown back in when he was a student even, so back in the early teens of 100 years ago. And they just, in 1921, the university chartered the club, so that's the official designation of San Antonio A&M Club. And a few years later, my wife's uncle had a great relationship with a farmer that owned this property. And he had some Aggies that were interested in having a place to go and have a park that they could get away to and enjoy some time together. So he contacted the farmer and said they wanted to buy it. They came to an agreement on a price. And there were 10 Aggies that put together $100 each to buy the land. And so they put it down and they bought this property. And that was probably, I think, 46, 47, somewhere in that ballpark. And then they started having picnic type stuff, and it's really just a guys club. They come out and play softball and that kind of thing. And some of their wives said, well, we want to get on this too. And but there was one problem, there were no facilities here. So they in the early 50s or mid 50s, they built the first building, which is over on this end. They were really just bathrooms. That was the original building. It was just a place to use bathrooms. Yeah, and change clothes. I think that shelves in there too. But anyway, that's all it amounted to. And a few years after that, they added on this area over here, and it became, put air conditioning in and made it actually a hall that you could meet in. And the Aggie Club started meeting here for Monday lunches. They get out of the downtown places and go in, and this became their home. Then they added on another section, which is the section we're sitting in right now. And then about 2 years ago, we added on this extra section over here and prettied it up. When it got to this stage, it still looked pretty homemade. Some of these Aggies were builders of some kind, and they took materials that had left over in their yard, brought it out, and figured out how to cobble it together and make it into something. In fact, when we did the addition here, the engineers came out and looked at what was up there, and they said, we can't figure out how that's designed. We've got to have you beat this up just to make sure it stands up. So they added some extra members and made sure it was going to stand up and make this work right. But anyway, now this place gets rented out, and it helps us pay for our scholarships and that kind of thing. I do want to say also we very, very much appreciate what you do for A&M and for your students, and we appreciate our partnership. You are perfectly welcome to use this place for your meetings, and we're glad you're here tonight. What else we got?
I think that's it. Pass it over to...
You want to tell about what you're doing for members or students?
Oh, I do want to tell you about that. Yeah, I am here tonight. I'm going to sit at this table over here. We have revised our bylaws. We're working on that now. We've already pushed this out, though. If you have an Aggie student and they're currently a student, they can be a member of this club for no dollars. And we want you to sign them up. We want to get a whole bunch of members. If you decide you want to have a family membership, that will cost you something, and we'll be happy to take your money and sign you up as well. But the main thing we're looking for tonight is to sign up some students. So if you will come over here to this table and fill out the sheet with your student's name and check off the box, you have student membership, $0, so we will enroll in the club. And they have a place to come to when they come back to San Antonio, and we'll be happy to welcome them here. Thank you very much.